Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Code Realized Guardian of Rebirth. And can we just take a second? Because when I stopped my recording, I obviously recorded this part right after the last one. And I paused, and I'm just, taking a couple minute break, posting on Twitter how I can't handle how amazing these CGs are. Can we just listen to the beautiful music in the background for a second? It's so sweet. I could stare at this for an hour. We could literally just have a 30-minute part of just look at this, guys. Look at this. It's so beautiful. Oh. Anyway, we're going to keep going. So, we read this last time, but I'll read it again. You're a kind-hearted girl. I'll never allow you to become a monster. The sincerity in his words drills straight into my heart, along with his earnest gaze. Touched by his sincerity, I find myself thinking, reaffirming, this man is so precious to me. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. That's what I feel right now. Victor gently releases me. Oh my God. Oh, Spacey's gonna cry with joy. And saving you is my only way to atone. Atone? For what? Let's get back to our hideout. I'll tell you everything. No more secrets. All right, tell me everything. We smile at each other and then... Oh no. My chest. The horologium burns with an excruciating heat. Spacey? I can't speak and fall to the ground. Spacey, what's the matter? Spacey! It's fucking so weird calling my own name out. I hear Victor's voice from a distance. Unable to respond, I feel my consciousness drift into the depths of darkness. If this is the start to the next chapter, I'm going to be so mad that I didn't just continue for it is. I could have just continued for 2 minutes. What the frick? The Alchemist's Secret. I could have just continued after that. I didn't know how long this part was going to go. This chapter, and I just wanted to end on that CG because it was gorgeous. And we started on it. You appreciate it. It's beautiful. I'm dreaming. Yeah, because I hear bubbles. Elaine, how about this? Oh, that's no good. They're similar, but that one is poisonous. Oh, so we can't eat it. You're welcome to give it a try if you don't mind an upset stomach. Both of you, look at this! I turn around and see Eddie wearing a crown of flowers, laughing in the light coming in through the trees. Now we're headed back home after helping Elaine with her work. I don't know how old Eddie is supposed to be, but I imagine she's sort of a child. Once we're back, I'm going to show her my knitting. Elena taught me how to do it, and I've been practicing. I've been practicing during the night. Okay, so the very first half of the game was really good, and then the second half there's been a few typos, but they're minor, but it's still kind of funny. You're like, and I've been practicing. Bzz. They're both going to be so surprised. What is it? Why are you smiling? It's nothing. I'll tell you later. Oh, I wonder what it could be. I can't wait. I nod to her as Eddie runs toward us, waving. I'm so happy. I want to live like this forever. No, you want to live with Victor forever and ever, but be able to touch him. Forever and ever. Oh no. What? We had 30 hours! Why are we down to 9? What happened to 20 fucking hours of our life? 9 hours remaining. I look up at the plain ceiling. I can't quite figure out how I got here. I was in the forest with Elaine and Eddie just a moment ago. I'm not really sure about the gear sticking through the wall, but it's fucking cool. I mean, I don't know what the point of it is, aside from it just trying to look steampunky. Oh, right. It was a dream. When I say it out loud, the happy feeling I had fades away. Pocket watch by the bed catches my eye, and I pick it up. The hand is pointed at the number 9. meaning that I've wasted over 20 hours since I fainted. Well, that sucks. 9 more hours. I was wondering how they were going to get 30 hours worth of shit into like a couple chapters, because what chapter is this, 11? And we only have 3 chapters left. I think it goes to chapter 13. In 9 hours, I'm going to become a true monster. And yet, it's all too sudden for me to process, and I can't seem to take it seriously. Where is everyone? I'm in a daze and can't collect my thoughts. Victor? Yeah. Hmm? Hmm. Spacey! Oh, good, you're awake! Victor appears at just the right moment. It's immediately apparent from the look on his face just how worried he'd been about me. It's because he loves us. It's so fucking sweet. I can't handle it. How do you feel? Does anything feel strange? I mean, fucking everything? No, I'm fine, but, hmm? What is it? I feel the weight of the pocket watch in my hand and silently bow my head towards him. I'm so sorry for sleeping for such a long time. I should be helping more. Victor smiles as if I'd said something funny. What are you talking about? You were so unwell that you passed out. It's not something to feel guilty about. Oh, while you were asleep, we tried searching for the Zicterium. He gently sits down beside me, his face close to mine. Oh, Victor. We found some useful information in the process. Information? What is it? Back when I was working on the development of the Philosopher's Stone, there was someone involved in the project who wasn't directly related to its development. We've been able to track this person down. It might not be a straight lead to the Zicterium itself, but it's still a clue. There's always the possibility that it might lead to something. The others who are out right now are headed there. Victor balls his hands into fists. When he next speaks, it sounds more as if he's talking to himself than to me. I'm going to get to the Zicterium before the government does, no matter the cost. If we could just get rid of it, it will put an end to Victoria's plan. Victor, he must be gripping his fist extremely tightly. It looks like his nails are digging into his flesh, but he hides his hands from my view. But he's wearing gloves. And regarding your poison, I'm sorry, but I haven't made any breakthroughs that would allow me to deactivate it. I see. But I'm so close. I've been trying to do something about it for a while now, ever since I met you. I've been applying all the knowledge I have. I know I'm so close to finding a cure. You precious, precious boy. Victor looks down, his eyes filled with frustration and rage. He's telling the truth. He probably has been trying to find a way to help me all this time. I can tell how hard he has been working just by taking one glance at him. Thank you. I whisper my appreciation, but I wonder, when he hears me say this, his expression turns to one of pain. I'd do anything for you. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. I want to save you, even if I'd have to give my life in exchange. No, you can't do that. He says this almost like it's a warning to himself. I know he's not going to die because he's obviously going to be in the second game, so none of them die. I mean, at least in the path we're on with them. It's as if he's telling himself that he must be prepared to die for my sake. His eyes are kind as he says this, though. Why? Why would you sacrifice so much for me? What? I'm not even human. I'm a monster created to spread deadly poison. Everyone should be revolted by my very existence. I deserve to be chased away wherever I go. My life isn't worth yours. My voice is barely above a whisper, but it is filled with genuine emotion. My words could have been taken as a rejection, but Victor gently smiles at me. I told you before, you're not a monster. He's gonna make me cry. Oh, Victor, you're so nice to us. You're a normal girl, and you deserve happiness each and every day. Oh my God! The people who write these games must be like, there is no such thing as a man who says any of this shit. Like, this is why we eat it up. I can't help it. I can't. Can we just pull them all into reality? Can he be real? Because Jesus. Men should play these games more often and be like, this is what you say to ladies. This is what you say. And not sounding like a douchey twat. You know, I can't. And I don't want to lose you. I want to save you and only you. Well, that's really mean because, I mean, like, I get it that you're in love with us and not like Lupin and Impey, but you should still save them too. I mean, they're our friends. His words are serious. If I really do become an uncontrollable creature, that would probably mean that I would drag him to his death without any hesitation. I'm going to take this kindness that he's showing me and completely shatter it. I'm terrified that this will all come to pass in such a short time. Oh my God. Oh God, guys. I don't know. I feel like if we say you want to be alone, that could be bad. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be alone, like, you're kicking him out. But don't be so kind to me. I want to be alone, I feel like is pushing him away. So I kind of feel like telling him, don't be so kind to me is better. Fuck, why does it gotta be so hard? Okay, the decision with the queen was so much easier than this. Like, this is just... I think if we say I want to be alone, we're pushing him away. So I think saying don't be so kind to me is like, we're not telling him to leave, and we're not being like, don't be nice to me. We're like, you shouldn't be so nice to me. And it's like, yeah, okay, we're gonna go with this. Victor, stop treating me so kindly. I'm gonna turn into a real monster soon. If that happens, whatever we have between us will be over. It'll probably be less painful for us both if we don't have as many memories to look back on. So, no, I'm going to stay with you. Why? It's going to get you killed. I couldn't bear that. Victor's death. Just thinking about the concept makes my mind go numb. But he takes my hand and says with a quiet determination, it's not that I'm not afraid of death. What I'm really afraid of is running away from you. I don't want to scream and cry and leave you behind without fighting or putting up any kind of resistance. I don't want to be like that anymore. My chest grows tight. I know, mine is too. Victor's kindness is almost painful. It's my fault Spacey was created. The words that I saw so clearly in that book won't leave my head. What am I to Victor? What am I to Victor? Read that better. Am I the only one who thinks of him as a friend or even something more? I gather from his conversation with Queen Victoria that Victor is not my father. Oh my God, that's creepy as fuck. Then why would he write something like, it's my fault in his book? Because he created the Zicterium, which led to the Horologium, which led to you. Oh my God, I figured she put that two and two together. Come on, let's not be dumb here. You're smart. You're capable. Let's figure this out. What must be going through his head when he looks at me now? Soon I won't be me any longer. My restlessness. I was like, my restless. No, there's a ness in there. Okay. And my restlessness and anxiety are causing me to become more and more negative. Spacey, what's the matter? Do you feel unwell? I shake my head, then make up my mind. Victor, there's one thing that I need to apologize to you for. Apologize? When you left St. Germain's mansion, I searched your room, trying to figure out where you went. And I found your journal there. Journal? Oh, you didn't... I did. I looked through it, and you wrote that it's your fault that I was created. I need to know what it means. I need answers. Victor can tell when I'm asking without me having to say it. He falls silent, averting his eyes from mine. If I'm going to lose myself in 9 hours, I want to know. I may never again have an opportunity to find out. Tell me, Victor, I want to know about you. I don't care if it's something I won't like hearing. I just want to know. I want my thoughts to be of you until the very end. Spacey. The soft sound of the clock ticking fills the small room. Victor. I don't know if I was supposed to be saying that or like I see him struggle, whether to speak or hold his silence. He wrestles with indecision for a moment. Then he heaves a long, deep sigh as if he's come to a difficult decision. I try to keep my writing in that journal limited only to the subjects of my research. It's not very scientific to add your own emotions, and technically it's unnecessary when you're only keeping records. But I couldn't help but write that. It's like I was able to shout and release all the thoughts I couldn't share. Victor forces a wry smile, as if laughing at himself. Every time I think about ripping those pages out, throwing them away, but I always leave them. I'm sorry for reading your journal, but I was worried about you. I know. It's all right. Our eyes meet, and eventually he gives me a slight nod. I'll tell you everything, even if that means you might despise me for it, but I don't care. I deserve that after what I've done. I'll never despise you. I I didn't even realize. I was looking at him. I was looking at his sprite and I was saying it and I didn't even fucking realize that the character was saying that. I'd never despise you. I've been watching you with my own eyes. You're important to me. I love you, Victor. Say it with me. I love you. Okay, we were not there yet. He smiles in response, then looks up at the ceiling, searching for the right words. I'm not sure where to start. He looks down at the floor, then back up at me. I don't think I can explain it properly. Is that all right? I don't mind. His lips begin to weave his story, hesitantly at first, but slowly picking up speed. It's the story of his life until this very day. He shares a story with me, filled with guilt and regret. I'm originally Swiss by birth. I came to Britain wanting to become an alchemist, and was lucky to have my wish granted of entering the Royal Society. There, of course, I studied alchemy and carried out research. I made deductions based on past data, experimented and considered the results. I was completely captivated by the new modern form of alchemy based on the scientific method. We found treatments for diseases that were thought incurable and created new forms of material that could benefit society. It felt almost like magic. I lived every day completely absorbed in my work. It was a fulfilling time. Then one day, a paper of mine was highly regarded, and I was given the position of lead researcher on a huge project backed by the government. That was the plan to recreate the Philosopher's Stone. It could change base metals into gold, extend one's lifespan into immortality, and even create new souls. An unparalleled feat that no alchemist throughout history has ever been able to accomplish. I was chosen to be the one responsible for making it a reality. Obviously, it was a great honor. That's what I thought at the time. My research might lead to improving the lives of many people. It might be the first step to achieving a new world. I accepted the assignment with enthusiasm. I moved forward with the research, taking advantage of massive funding, and was determined to succeed. But in the end, I wasn't able to create the Philosopher's Stone. The only thing I did create was a process that resulted in a useless, deadly toxin. Just Zicterium. I was held responsible for the failed research project and had to leave the Royal Society. When things were at their worst for me, Isaac, your father, took me in. He told me that my talents were second to none. He put in a good word for me and got me a new job as the government's head alchemist. I was thrilled. I didn't know anything at the time. No, maybe I simply didn't want to know. There's still more I can do to contribute, and I'll do whatever it takes to deliver results that could help someone. That's what I was going through. That's what was going through my head. So I devoted myself to research. My task was to research Zicterium, and my job was to break down and analyze the poison. This was something that Isaac had directly suggested that I should do. Her dad is a dick. The data extracted from such studies could benefit future research. Now's the time for perseverance, he told me. It made me happy. I was so sure that everyone had abandoned me. He said that he had the support of Queen Victoria as well, and meeting with him was so encouraging. I was so proud to be doing something again. I didn't even know what my research was really going towards. When the war with the vampires broke out, I heard through rumor what the planned purpose of the Zicterium I created was going to be used for. A weapon. I couldn't believe my ears. At first I couldn't accept it. I approached the Queen right away. Using Dicterium as a weapon would cause irreparable loss and take an enormous number of lives. She met with me, and after listening to everything I had to say, she said that she would accept my recommendation. But she still wanted me to continue my research on Dicterium. She believed the research would lead to a new path for humanity. That's what she said. And I believed her. Such a fool. All I thought about was my research, and I knew nothing of the workings of the world. When I found out that Zicterium was to be put into use for a war, I was dumbfounded and furious. I was angry at Isaac, Victoria, the government, and most of all myself for being so ignorant and foolish as to believe them. I had let them deceive me so easily into creating a murder weapon for them. I used my credentials as the lead researcher to rush to where the weapon was going to be used. I thought that there was still a chance for me to put a stop to it, but it was too late. And that's the scene we recalled with him. Oh no, poor baby! Oh, look at him! Oh, that's so sad with all the dead people. It's horrifying. What I saw there was hell. Mothers protecting their children. Children clinging to their parents. Men, women, children and adults. It didn't matter who they were. They were all equally dead. Their faces in grimaces of agony, lying helplessly on the ground. What is this? How stupid could I have been? What was I thinking, being so proud to be part of this research? Research to help humanity? Is that what this is? This isn't what I wanted to do. Not at all. No. I didn't want this. It's not my fault. The words spill from my mind, as unstoppable as a flood. My eyes turn to a body lying before me, and our eyes meet. I felt like he was calling out to me for help. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This isn't... I'm trying to figure out how to scream without it sounding terrible. Okay. You get it. He screams. It just ruins the momentum that I had going, because I'm like, I can't like fake cry. I don't know. I ran from it all. I might have tried to stop Zicterium from being used as a weapon again, or demanded responsibility from the Queen. I could have fought. I could have done something. Anything. But I was too afraid. I ran. I was just trembling, unable to face what I had done. Zicterium continued to play a large role during the vampire war, and many vampires fell to that deadly poison. Many lives were lost because my research was abused. Poor baby. After a while, I found out that the government was storing copious amounts of Zicterium, preparing for some kind of contingency. They're going to use it for murder again someday. That's when I came to a decision. I decided that I would rid the world of any Zicterium that remains in this world with my own two hands. I made that my mission. Oh. I'd heard through only rumor. Oh, though I was like, wait, what? I heard, though only through rumor, that Isaac was experimenting with homunculi. He looks down now as he speaks. That's why when I met you and saw the horologium in your chest, I made the connection right away. The horologium would never have existed if it hadn't been for Zicterium. That's why there's poison in you, and that poison will become terribly powerful in a mere 9 hours. All that pain you've suffered until now, and all the pain you'll suffer for the rest of your life. It's all my fault. We won't suffer for the rest of our lives because you're going to get this out of me and we're going to live happily ever after. Come the fuck on. Victor's voice and hands are both shaking. My intention wasn't to save you. It was to save myself. By curing you, I wanted to escape from the crimes of my past. He looks at me with wavering eyes, barely able to contain the intensity of his emotions. But you love me now. Interesting. I'm a despicable coward. No, you're not. Victor. You made this poison? Like, yes, that's an ask, but I really feel like we should thank him. Because we're going to thank you for trying to save us. Or we could be thanking him for doing it because then it made us. But I mean, like, all these other people died, so I think that's wrong. I feel like thank you for telling us. You made this poison almost like, you made this poison? Almost sounds more accusing. Yeah, I think this is better. Oh, look, he's like, what? Thank you, Victor. Huh? He looks so shocked. Oh. I haven't done anything to deserve your thanks. My evil experiments were being used to create the poison within you. Why would you thank me? If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. I'm alive because you created Zicterium. That's a fact that can't be denied. I'm so happy that I've had the life I've lived up to today. I'm happy to have met you and spent time with you. Your research did create a terrible weapon, but still, it's thanks to you that I'm even alive. Spacey. So thank you, Victor. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Look at his sad face. Victor trembles. Oh, he's gonna cry. Oh, I continue to embrace him, wrapping him up, trembles and all. Oh my God, we're so adorable. Oh my God. Thank you, Spacey. Victor had probably been hating himself this whole time. He ran away once, and ever since then, he's continued to face his past mistakes. He was hurt and has suffered, but he's still trying to take a stand against it all once again. Oh my God, I love him so much. It's so cute. And I want to stay by his side. He gave me a chance at life. This kind and timid and yet utterly courageous person. I'm going to fight it until the end. Then, I don't know how much time has passed. Victor pulls himself away from me and looks at me with determination in his eyes. Oh, we just sat there holding him for hours. I got 5 minutes left, dude. I'm about to die. Fuck! I'll say it again, Spacey. I will save you, no matter what. Or we could die together. It's cool. He grips my hands firmly. I wonder when it was that you became so precious to me. Oh my God. I feel like whatever I've been looking for ever since I ran away 2 years ago is within you. I won't let them get away with terrorism. I'm going to get that poison out of you. I'll find a way. Victor's eyes gleam with conviction and a strong desire to make amends for his past and love. So strong that he wouldn't think twice about sacrificing his life to get what he wants. Victor, I feel that it's a very sad thing. Victor's held captive by his guilt. And what's worse, he wants to be held captive by it and continue to suffer. Oh, no, it's okay. Oh, no! No! I mean, figure his story probably took about an hour or so. Oh my God, I don't like this. 8 hours remaining. 8 hours remaining. I feel like doing it like the SpongeBob. 2 hours later. Shortly before the exchange with Victor. This is the place. The sunset dyes the city with its colors. Van Helsing looks up at the red-tinted walls of the mansion. Oh, my other boys. Let's hope that the clues concerning Zicterium can be pieced together. This is such an ordinary residential area. His research was such a big deal, but he lives in a place like this? If you want to hide in a tree, the best place to put it is in a forest. An ordinary place attracts less attention than a special one. This person was involved with Zicterium? I understand how you feel, but do try to hold back. Yeah, I know. Don't you give me orders. I kind of like Deli now. He's a little douchey, but he's kind of fun. There's no response. He could be out, or perhaps asleep. This is odd. Could you explain that? This door doesn't appear to have been opened in some time. There's a faint layer of dirt under the door, and the ground beneath their feet is undisturbed. Look! He could just be a hermit like me where nobody visits, and our floor is dirty. Whatever. I don't clean under my damn door. Do people do that? Well, for those with trained eyes, it's easy to tell when a person passes by and what type of build they have from small traces. However, there are no such traces here. Huh. Could that mean he's moved somewhere else and doesn't live here anymore? Or he could be in a state that prevents him from leaving his house. We'll have to check. Van Helsing, I'm going to unlock the doors, so move out of the way. I always flourish when I talk, when I move out of the way, and I flail my hands when I do Lupin. I feel like he has wild hand gestures. We don't have time to waste. Van Helsing fires his shotgun at the door, and the doorknob is replaced by a gaping hole in the wood. And he was like, I was just gonna pick the lock. It would have taken 4 fucking seconds, but okay, crazy man. Oh, I love his trigger happiness. Let's go. He's so hot. Wowza. Such violence. Van Helsing's getting desperate. The same could be said about all of us. Now, let's go. Van Helsing realizes what happened as soon as he sets foot in the mansion. Oh no! He knows the smell very well. A nostalgic yet extremely unpleasant aroma. Van Helsing opens the door leading further inside. Death? Smell of death? And finds a man sprawled on the floor. Dark red-black blood sticks to the floor and parts of the wall. It looks like he's dead. And he's been that way for some time, it would seem. Saint Germain enters with a snide remark. He's been shot through the head with a gun. Everything here points to a suicide. Why would he kill himself? From what I can gather, he somehow found out that the research he was involved in ended up taking the lives of many. The guilt was so immense that he couldn't stand the pain any longer. That is how I interpret this. He chose death to escape from guilt? This man is yet another victim of the vampire war. They split up and look through different sections of the house until nightfall. So, I don't think the Zicterium is in this house, but this person obviously has clues. And look at the way, the fucking house is. The wall, it's not really walls. There's steampunk shit popping through. It's, fucking cool. I mean, it really kind of ruins, what the fuck you're supposed to hang your shit. But at the same time, it looks really cool. They look through all the documents and books they can find, and even read all the handwritten notes on the shelves. Most of what they find is worthless, having nothing to do with Zicterium. But, what's this? As they're going about their search, Van Helsing discovers something written on a scrap of parchment. He slowly picks it up and focuses on what's written there. I ran away. This burden of sin weighed on me, and I could not continue to fight. I'm going to wait till it scrolls up a little because I read faster than scrolls. To you who finds this note, I wouldn't mind if you left my body here in this place to rot. But if you have a shred of courage, please take up the fight against the enemy I was unable to face. It may be impossible to believe this, but something terrible has been brewing under order of Queen Victoria. A world war triggered by large-scale chemical attacks throughout many European countries. We already knew this, but okay. There are also rumors she is inciting all citizens toward war while keeping quiet about any opposition. That's it. He reads it thoroughly, committing every word to memory. Then, his eyes grow wide in surprise as he nears the end. Oh, I was going to say, there's got to be more. Terrorism will soon begin in London, and blame will be placed upon an agent sent in by certain European countries. The first event will be a small attack on Buckingham Palace and eventually shift to focus on the citizens. It will start at the outer wall of London. The poorer area of town will be where their hideout is. This is bad. Van Helsing stuffs the note in his pocket and runs from the room. I like how he's panicking. Hey, Van Helsing, what is it? What happened? Victoria's next target is the poor area of London. To make matters worse, the location of the attack is extremely close to your hideout. Huh? That means the two we left behind are in danger. Everyone grows pale at Impey's suggestion, and they follow after Van Helsing. Dun-dun-dun. It's like Indiana Jones music, it's great. And then, as they exit the mansion, the distant sound of an explosion thunders through the city. Because of course they're going to attack the poor town. They don't give a fuck about the poor people. Says Hack. I don't know what happened. An intense jolt threw me off the bed and caused me to slam against the floor. A few seconds later... What was that? What just happened? What's the smoke? We hear voices of confusion and fear from outside. Spacey, are you hurt? I'm fine. I tell him this, though I still don't feel completely well, and my body is heavy as I stand up. Then faintly, a very slight, sweet scent drifts into my nose. What's that smell? Oh, Victor, don't pass out! Victor suddenly covers my nose and mouth. His hand is going to melt. I reflexively try to lash out to get him away, but Victor has a firm hold on me. We also grabbed him and held him and everything, but I guess because we were holding him against our clothes and we were touching it and not... Okay, whatever. These gloves are the same material as your clothes. It's fine. Just don't breathe any of that smoke. I'm sure it's Zicterium. Things aren't hopeless yet. We've got to get away from here. Let's go. But you're breathing. Victor lets go of me, and I use my sleeve to mask my face. Oh, that's true, though. If I breathe through my clothes... I'm sorry, I cover my mouth because I'm ready. That's true. He's going to breathe through it, like... It protects us. The poison that's in us. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it would work to... Like, if we hold our shirt up. My clothes are made of the same shit. We're going to be fine. I follow him out into the street where the city is in a panic. Most people are trying to escape the spreading gas, running every which way. However, some are concerned for their loved ones trapped in the smoke. Or are perhaps trying to loot houses in the midst of all this chaos, and are attempting to go into the cloud. But... after spending some time in the gas, they silently writhe in agony and fall down. Everybody run! The smoke is poison gas! Please run upwind! Victor's shouts are drowned out by the screams of the panicked crowd. Damn it! It's no use. Spacey, can you walk on your own? I don't realize it until he asks me. For some odd reason, although I had been feeling tired a moment ago, I now feel much better. The adrenaline. Yes, I'll be fine. Good, you run ahead. Just go upwind. I'll catch up right away. You want me to leave you here? What are you going to do? I'll stay behind and try to reduce the casualties. There are countermeasures to the gas. I won't die that easily. No, wait! Without thinking, I grab his arm as he tries to leave. I'm sorry, when it comes to Zicterium, I can't just stand by and pretend not to see it anymore. Victor pulls himself free from my hand and begins to run. He helps people as they're about to be enveloped by the billowing smoke and calls out to them to run. Victor! Don't run. We're not going to run away! We're going to help him, goddammit! I run up to Victor right away. No, we're not running. That's bad. Spacey, why did you come back? You know it's too dangerous here. I'm not going to leave you. You're in just as much danger. First the explosion and now this smoke! What's going on? Oh, it's a man. Oh, well, okay. The man trips and falls as the smoke rushes forth, about to engulf him. Huh? I run to the man before Victor can reach him and pull him away from the gas cloud. This way! Whoa, who are you? Smoke is going to kill you. Run upwind. Kill. Upwind. Got it. After watching the man run off, I turn back to look at Victor. Bert, you can't... Ugh, his toenails are creeping. Digging in my neck. I'm not going to leave, no matter what you say. I'm going to help you. What should I do? Victor falls silent for a moment, then releases a short sigh. I want you to go around the buildings in the vicinity and give people directions to escape upwind of the gas. All right, what about you? I'm going to assist anyone who falls behind. I don't ever want to relive those nightmares from the war. We split up then and do what we can to help people before the gas reaches them. Some people stay to lend a hand, despite the danger. Hurry, just run! Strangely, I don't feel myself getting worse at all. I actually feel more full of energy. I mean, we are the poison, so it's probably... On the other hand, Victor seems to be doing worse and worse. We have to get him out. Ugh, damn it, I can't keep going. Oh, I can keep going. He may be an expert on Zicterium, and he is careful not to inhale any of the gas. There is a limit. Okay. And he is careful to... but I think it's supposed to be... But there's a limit. There is a limit to how much he can take. It's impossible that he could be surrounded by poisonous fumes and remain completely unaffected. Grab him and get out. Eventually, the gas cloud subsides and officers from Scotland Yard arrive in droves. We quietly leave the area behind. We need to go back. There may still be people in need of help. Don't push yourself. You can't help anyone in your current condition. Victor looks down in frustration, then looks up at me questioningly. And you feel fine? Yes, I didn't inhale any of the gas, thanks to your instructions. That's impossible. We were surrounded by the poisonous cloud. There's no way it couldn't have affected you. What's more, you weren't feeling well to begin with. You're right. I do feel like I've recovered a bit, though. Recovered? You mean the Horologium's transformation came to a stop? No, wait. Could it be... Victor picks up a nearby rock and begins writing some kind of formula on the ground with furious speed. What's the matter, Victor? Hold on. I've almost got it. Almost. Oh, God, he's going to save us. It's done in a matter of minutes. In that short time, he continues jotting numbers of mathematical and chemical equations without stopping for rest once. And then, that's it. I get it now. Why couldn't I see something so simple? We need to inhale that. We're going to suck up all the Zicterium, absorb it all, and we'll be fine. His writing hand comes to an abrupt stop. I understand. It makes sense now. What is it? Fighting poison with poison. They react to one another, creating a unique chemical compound and canceling each other out. Victor grabs my shoulders and pulls my face close to his. Don't kiss me, dude. Not yet. I'm not sure what you're... Oh, sorry. I couldn't help it. Victor quickly backs off, but he has a sparkle in his eye. I can stop the Horologium transformation. I can save you. What? The remedy for your condition is Zicterium. Really? Yes, really. It's too late to start making more, but if we can find the Zicterium that Finis hid away, yes, you'll be saved. Victor's smile is huge, but in the next moment, his face freezes. What's the matter, Victor? Why at a time like this? Oh, fuck my life. I was like, why what? I look around to see what he's reacting to. Several Twilight soldiers have appeared from the darkness, surrounding us in a tight formation. Oh my God! This game is so good, but I have to stop this part here. I'm going to stop at 7 hours remaining. This is a good leeway point. And oh my God, I really want to record more, but I can't. I can't because I have to get ready for work tomorrow. But holy crap, I want to play this more. I really freaking do. This is getting so fucking good. I can't handle it. But I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.